Hey, wealth builders. My name is Levi, and on this channel, we are building a real estate portfolio from scratch. And that being said, if you've followed my channel or watched some of my previous videos, you'll notice I've been away for a while. And that's what we're going to talk about today is why I've been away and what I have planned coming up. So, as if you go back and watch my previous videos, I recently bought my first rental property. It's a duplex in Lubbock, Texas. I I go back and watch all the videos leading up to that, if you want the full story. But the short story is about a duplex in Lubbock, Texas. Um, and I was ready to move full steam ahead and buy my second and my third and my fourth and my fifth. My original goal was to buy 5 doors by this February, but I didn't. I bought that duplex. I closed in November of 2024, and on the advice of more experienced investors, I took a breather. I took a pause and to let this rental stabilize. Now, did I really need to? Not necessarily. I do have the funds to cover um, emergencies or things that might go wrong. I could pay off the loan theoretically if I needed to. Um, but at the same time, hubris has gotten many an investor, and I did not want that to be me. So I heeded the words of the more experienced investors, and I didn't buy more units right away. And I'm rather thankful that I did because what does it mean for this one to be stabilized? Well, let me run you through that. In the spreadsheet, this looks like a home run, right? Everything looks great. In the inspections, things look fine. Nothing should go wrong, right? Of course, that's not how it rolls out. Um, about this place closed in November. Turns out winter is a hard time to fill units, particularly in a college town where a large population of the renters are students. Students rent as the school year is coming up, which is not in the middle of the winter. So, as it happens, it took about 4 months to get both sides rented. So, for those 4 months, I was just losing money. I was paying the mortgage and paying the taxes and paying the insurance every month, as well as various utilities. And there was nobody living there. I had no rent coming in. So I was losing money all 4 months. Um, once we finally got both sides filled, once I got one side filled, I was still losing money. Once I got both sides filled, that's when the numbers start making sense, right? That's when all the positive cash flow starts coming back into the bank account. But what do you know? Just about that time, the HVAC unit in one of the units had a meltdown. Apparently, the last person to work on it noticed that it was setting off the safety trigger for when it overheats, and so their solution was, of course, to the remove the safety component that shut the heater off when it overheated, and it overheated and melted everything and almost got the fire. Go back and watch that video. So that cost another $3,500, not stabilized again. That was pretty much all of the expected profit for the year, as far as cash flow goes. Now there's still going to be principal pay down and things like that, tax benefits and all the things that you're probably already aware of. But as far as cash flow goes, that was pretty much all the cash flow, that $3,500. Then for a couple months, everything looked good. Everything was nice. Everything was flowing smoothly. Again, positive cash flow, about $500 a month right to the bank account. I got a property manager so far. She's great. Um, and um, managing everything until I got a phone call just last week that again, my duplex almost caught on fire. They called the fire department out. There was some sort of an electrical problem in one of the outlets, and it was smoking behind the walls. And the fire department came in and cut open the walls and poured water in the walls. Um, we had to put the tenant into a hotel for a couple of nights while we had an electrician come out and figure out what's going on. Turns out, electrician did some stuff. It wasn't a very big deal as far as he's concerned. Got the code inspectors in there again. Yet to come, we got to get some sheetrock guys in there, put some new sheetrock on, new paint. Ultimately, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Still more money, still not stabilized. That means that this year for 2025, these two units, this duplex is in the red. Wah, wah, wah. Not my favorite. Do I still think it's a good deal? Yes. I think we got to write it out. This is what stabilizing it means is you're gonna have to get over the hump of where all that capital expenditure goes. And I mean, there's no promises, right? Things can go wrong still, but hopefully we've worked out the kinks. We got tenants in there. They're paying their rent on time, and hopefully things are stabilized and moving forward. That being said, this week I plan to be back at it. I've been looking at my buy box again. There's a story behind that that's going to be in a different video. Been looking at my buy box again, got it all sorted out, been watching the market kind of loosely. But in the meantime, I've kind of lost my momentum for this real estate investing thing. I am going to go back at it, but I'm a momentum character, man. When I get set my sights on it, I just want to go and go and go and go. Once I get in that groove, I want to push. But um, this year I've had some health problems that have really derailed me and put um, real estate investing, third or fourth down on my list of important things I need to accomplish. Um, I've also been trying to get a business off the ground, which is kind of a long shot business, but should it work out, is much more scalable than any kind of uh, real estate thing that I could pull off in the next couple of years. If you want to learn more about that, ask me in the comments and I'll make a video about that. That's not the topic of this video. Um, totally excited about it. Does occupy a good 25% of my brain space at any at any moment in time. But right now is actually a great time in the buyer's market in the market which I'm looking at. I've got a couple properties that I've got my sights set on. Um, so I'm gonna put the business on hold for hopefully not more than a month while I try to wrap up another property. So I'm back. Ask me some questions. Um, Starting on Monday, which is tomorrow, I'm going to be connecting with a new realtor, hopefully, who hopefully will be my guy, my guy on the ground, looking at helping me find new properties in Lubbock, Texas. Do like and subscribe. I do want this video to reach as many people as possible. Um, and so if you find it helpful to kind of get the perspective of a real estate investor from starting out, not somebody that already has 200 units that wants to tell you how to do it, but somebody that's just figuring it out with you. Um, Please do like and subscribe. And I will keep making the videos as long as I know that I'm providing value. Adios.